Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Jill. Hi. Happy Sunday. I think that's what day it is. I'm a little late getting on to my live this morning because, again, I slept in. Weekends are really tough for me to be up, and I know that all of the successful people who are millionaires in business, titans in industry, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, all of my heroes and mentors are all early risers, and I am working on it. It's a work in progress. I've always been a sleeper. I love my sleep. I love just being in my bed. So anyway, thanks for joining me this morning. I'm trying to get my lavalier to turn on. It's not wanting to function. I might need to charge it. Anyway, let me see if this other one will work. How's it going, guys? Good morning. Thanks for joining me. Happy to be here this morning on Sunday, this rainy, disgusting Sunday here in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Let's see if it plugs in, it might work. Can anybody hear me? Give me a high five or something if you can hear me, or a heart or something. Let me know if you can hear me. If not, then please tell me to not use this thing. Oh, here it is. Okay, it's green now, so it should be working. I hope. Let's work. Let's pray that it works. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. Hopefully the sound will be a little bit better than me talking into the room. But good morning. Happy Sunday. My name is Jill. Thank you so much for joining me on my live. I'm planning on coming on here every morning. In the weekdays, probably going to be about 6:15, 6:20. On the weekends, it's going to be probably around this time, maybe a little bit earlier. I'm going to give myself a try to get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock on weekends too. Like I said, it's just hard because I enjoy my sleep. I like my bed. I like being cozy and all the things, but the early bird gets the worm, so to speak, and the more opportunities you give yourself to have additional time in the day instead of wasting it on pointless things like sleeping and scrolling on the internet and things like that, then the more opportunity you have to grow and to work on yourself, to work on your business, which I am doing fervently. Every moment that I get, I'm studying and reading and reviewing. That makes it so much better now. I put a little bit of light on my face here. Let me see if that'll help. Yeah, that's good. I like that. See all my tools behind me, tools of the trade. I got my ring light. I got my little cool glowy light in the background now, which gives it some ambient glow in the background for mood and, just a little bit of different setting. But so early bird gets the worm. That's a really important quote that kind of resonates with me. And obviously I'm not living by it. So, but yes, my point being that, yes, in order to be successful at anything, you have to give yourself opportunities to learn and to grow and to spend time developing yourself internally, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the things. And in order to do that, it's important to take some time to look at your day and your schedule and carve out time for yourself and make it happen. Put it on the schedule to, if you can only muster up an hour here in the morning before you get to work, and an hour in the evening after you put the kids to bed and you are, settling down for the evening, that's 2 whole hours in the day that you could actually be working on you and your business and yourself. So that's exactly what I did when I first started this business back in October. Was I literally sat down and I carved out time in my day where I knew that I had availability, where I was sleeping, where I was wasting time on the internet, not doing anything financially driven to actually monetize the internet or not monetize my social media. So I literally found the time. Same thing with my fitness schedule, but I did this many years ago. I found the time in my day to dedicate an hour and 15 minutes a day to myself, to my fitness, to my health, and I religiously do it every single day, almost. Today I'm going to be going to yoga. I'll probably leave here at about, let's say, 9, probably 8:55. So that'll probably give me enough time to get over there and get signed in and everything. So again, I've made a commitment to myself, but physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, every single day I have time set aside for those individual things to work on. So I'm hoping that, some of the information that I'm sharing with you on my daily podcast, this little Joe with Jill, good morning, will hopefully incite some activity in you and some excitement to get after it and go after your dreams. I am a part-time digital marketer. I recently, well, back in October, started this business in digital marketing after pretty much necessity for me. It was actually looking for ways to make money to offset really a large amount of debt that I got myself into after divorcing my husband. Also, we had cashed out my 401k a couple of times while we were married, so I had like little to no money in my 401k when I got divorced. Also had really been a bit separated, I guess you could say, from my son for a few years because after the divorce, I moved back to Florida to help care for my dad who had Alzheimer's disease. And he was living alone. So I moved back home to kind of, the hope was to transition him from home to a nursing care facility for memory care. And I did that back in 2021 when my son was, let's see, 10, I guess. He would have been 10. So 2021, I moved back to take care of my dad and to kind of, the idea was to get him into nursing home, but that didn't really work out because nursing homes in Florida, if you guys don't know, are for a decent one. I'm not even talking about some 5-star crazy shit. For memory care, it's about $10,000 a month. So puts in a little perspective that costs ain't cheap, especially when it comes to growing old. And, you know, especially if you're older and you just can't really take care of the daily activities like mowing your lawn and paying the bills and all that stuff, it gets a little overwhelming. Living in a nursing home or a assisted living facility for those of us that are still kind of with it is probably the way to go, especially for the community. But I digress. Anyway, moved to Florida in 2021 to care for my dad and to transition him. And then my son was left behind with my ex-husband, who at the time we made the decision for Chase to stay with him because we had moved so many times. And last move was to Asheville, which was 3 states away from where we were living. And we uprooted him in the middle of the pandemic. And he had already moved schools a few times due to behavior stuff. So we were just like, you know what? There's no point in moving him again back to Florida to another new school, more new friends. We're right in the middle of this pandemic, so we don't even know if he's going to be in school, if he's going to be homeschooled. At the time, I was still working as a pharmacist in the clinical setting, so I had to work from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday in a clinic, so I could not miss work. Like I could not be home homeschooling my kid all day, and I couldn't bring him to work because there were chemicals, and I worked around chemotherapy, so I was an oncology pharmacist. So there was no chance of that working. So the choice was to really clear for Chase to stay in Asheville with my ex. So the point that I'm trying to get at here was that after my dad passed away in February of last year, I made the decision to move back to Asheville to be with my kid. And with that came a whole new set of bills because this city is expensive as shit to live in. And then also I wanted to put together some ideas for us to have time to bond. So making little trips here and there to like seeing areas of the country we had been to before, going to Europe, going to Asia, going to the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, places that we've never been to before to experience the culture, learn about their history, taste the foods, just have all these really cool experiences that I had when I was growing up with my dad who worked for Delta Airlines. And we got to go all kinds of cool places when I was a kid growing up. We got to see Germany. We went to a place called St. Gawar in Germany, a small little town, and I'm on a mountainside with a bunch of castles everywhere around it. It was so cool. That was when I was like 12, I think. And then when I was I think 9 or 10, we got to go to Nagoya, Japan, which was really cool. We got to see the culture, and everything was so neat and different in Asia. And I've always had a soft spot for that. I want to go back. We've been to California. We've been to Utah. We used to live in Salt Lake for my dad's work. I was born and raised in Central Florida. We've been, let's see where else. Well, as a married couple, I've been other places. But anyway, long story short, I wanted him to experience a lot of cool stuff through traveling and experiencing cultures that are not like the U.S. Because again, I feel like A, it's going to be a great bonding experience for me and my kid. And B, I just feel like he needs to be more exposed to different cultures and different experiences outside of the US because we have it really great here, even though obviously things are crazy with the economy and our president's a little bit not the greatest. I don't know, want to get into politics or anything, but we're obviously experiencing a lot of crazy change right now, and it's not the greatest in the United States, but I still have to say we are the best country in the whole entire planet. We have the greatest freedoms. We have the greatest levity for us to be able to do what we want, to live our lives without encroachment on from the government, from other people telling us what to do and how to live. We have our own freedoms to choose what kind of healthcare we want and things like that. So it's really, really great to be an American. And I would love for Chase to see that and really experience the fact that we do have it great here. And going to other countries and seeing the cost of living so much more expensive, people living in these little tiny apartments. They don't own anything. They don't, maybe they don't even have a car. They're, places that are just, obviously not, we've visited all from like a third world country all the way to a first world country. But still, the difference between the amount of freedoms that we have in the United States versus everywhere else is pretty stark. In comparison, when there's a lot of change or a lot of difference. So anyway, I was a big rant. I wanted to just say that taking my kid to different places while he's still young enough to enjoy them with me is my idea. So I got into the business of digital marketing as a way to save money, to put away, to get my debts paid off, and then to save money for all of these things to happen. And I, as a pharmacist, make pretty okay money, and but I obviously my cost of living is still there; it's still high, and I'm not even. I think I'm at this point with the math and all the different economics that you do these days. I don't even think I'm considered middle class anymore based on my salary. So it's pretty sad that the amount of inflation that we're experiencing right now in this world is offsetting our income so much that we're struggling to make ends meet, to pay debts, we're living paycheck to paycheck. I talk to so many people every day, and I hear their struggle. I hear the fact that they want more time with their children. They want to be able to stay home if they choose to. They're spending thousands of dollars a month on daycare and kid care to go to work. The amount of money that they're making every month isn't even putting a dent in any of their bills. I mean, they're living paycheck to paycheck. They're struggling. They want more time with their kids, their family, and they're like, what do I do? And they see what I talk about online in terms of having the financial freedom to do that and to work towards financial freedom and being able to be work optional. And they're like, I want to know more about it. So I get a lot of questions all the time about what it is that I'm doing. And when I explain to them that it's digital marketing and I use my social media to promote the products and services that I know, like, and trust, and I've used and I want to promote to others and share. And that's basically how I make extra money on the side. Since I started in October, I've made close to $10,000 doing this model, and it's supplemented my income more than I would have expected when I got into this. My goal was to make an extra $1,000 a month, and I've so far exceeded that. So thank God, I'm very thankful that I've been successful in this business. But I didn't know how to do it. Like that, when I first started, I had no idea where to start. Okay, so how do you actually monetize your social media? How do you get the traffic to your link to then purchase whatever it is that you're promoting? The how part was the big question mark in my brain. So I needed something to teach me how to do that. So you can actually definitely learn all this stuff on YouTube. Let me tell you this. The internet is a wondrous place. You can learn everything you need to know about anything virtually on YouTube. However, and that's a big however, big quote unquote, is that if you're like me and you work 40 hours a week, sometimes more, if you're a mom, a single mom, for me, this is my story. If you are busy with animals and responsibilities around the house and grocery shopping and all the things you do for yourself, you don't have a ton of extra time to sit down and go into the rabbit hole of YouTube and try to figure out, okay, how do I, first of all, where do I go to get a funnel building service? What's the best one? Okay, then once I get to the funnel building service, how do I build a funnel? What are the steps in order to build the funnel? Okay, now that I've got my funnel, how do I connect it to my domain? Oh wait, by the way, how do I buy a domain? What is the domain? How do I hook all of the little DNS records up in the back shop of the domain service and the funnel service? How do I connect my professional email service to my funnels that collect the data, that bring in the leads from the customers' information so that I can then put an email campaign directed towards them? How do I do that? Like, all of these things are not common knowledge. Like, these are not things that actually come to you naturally, unless you're like into tech and stuff and you understand all this stuff. But even then, there's a lot of pieces to it that are more relationship building and mindset and strategy. So all of this put together, yes, of course you can get it on YouTube, but are you going to be willing to spend hours and hours and hours cultivating all of this stuff and skimming through it to try to figure out how to piece it together? For me, hell no. I didn't want to do that. I had no time for that, no bandwidth for that, okay? I'm 44 years old, almost 45, and I'm almost literally tech retarded. So do I need to have somebody show me how to do it? Hell yes. So that's how I stumbled upon the program that I stumbled upon. I needed somebody to show me, and I found somebody on the internet, on Instagram, who I became friends with. Her name's Leslie. She's a pharmacist as well, and she was doing a program that she was raving about. She got into the course. She learned all the stuff that she needed to learn to set up her business, and she did it in a couple of weeks. Sorry, coffee. And she was able to be successful in that within, I think she said 3 weeks, she ended up having the first high ticket sale with this program, like utilizing the skills that she learned in the program, I should say. Okay. So so I was sold. I ended up investing in the course, and then following all the steps that were laid out by the mentor in the course. And then Leslie helped me along the way as well. Good morning. Thank you for joining. I appreciate your time today. I'm Jill, and I'm just rattling on about my journey into digital marketing and why it's so important to find a course or something within a set of like a I don't have my brain fart today. I'm just trying to get my words and it's not working out. I need more coffee. Under one roof, basically, instead of having to piece it all together through different like ways like YouTube and Google and stuff like that. It's just easier to find something that's concise, in-house. It's all there laid out for you step by step. So I found this course. I invested in it in my business, tax write-off. Obviously, this is all because I'm building my business. Everything I spend on it is tax write-offable. So I invested in the course, and I ended up doing pretty well. Like that was my first several high-ticket sales were, using the skills that I learned from the course and implementing them and putting them together to create streams of revenue for myself. Including obviously promoting the course. That was one of the ways that I was able to recoup my investment in myself and my business was promoting the course. Not because it's an MLM, not because there's no structure like that at all, and you don't have to promote the course. It's just that once I got into it, I felt like, holy shit, there's like the holy grail of information is right here at my fingertips. Why not share this with other people who are stupid like me and don't know how to do anything? And they too can learn the basics of how to be a successful digital marketer and affiliate marketer. They kind of go hand in hand. Why not just share that with the masses of people that are also interested in trying to find ways to make money online that don't involve a ton of time, a ton of money, a ton of commitment to all these things that we just don't have. But we want the end result, which is extra money for our family to then have time freedom to spend with our families. That's the whole nutshell right there. So I ended up investing in the course, did the course, and then was very successful at it as far as promoting it and promoting also my other streams of income through the skills that I implemented from the course. However, in the course, I noticed that a lot of people were very hesitant about investing the amount of money that it costs to do the course because they were obviously struggling just like I was. I luckily had a little bit of money left on my credit card. I was able to invest with that. But not a lot of you have that luxury. You don't have the luxury of having great credit to be able to do Klarna or to put it on PayPal credit. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you for the encouragement and for joining me this morning. So a lot of people don't have that. So while I was in that course, I started thinking, okay, either I need to create my own digital course that I can teach people how to do this. But again, don't have the bandwidth right this moment to do that. So the second thing was just need to find something where it is a lower cost to get in to learn the skills, but yet is highly valuable and translatable, and the information is all there under one roof to where it's worth the investment that people will actually put out. So one of the girls that I was following in the previous program, her name is Kayla. She ended up doing massively successful in her business with digital marketing through the program that I was in. And she decided that she was in the same boat. Hold on. She was in the same boat, and that she too was experiencing a lot of people saying, I want to make money. I want to figure this out, but I can't afford $2,500 to invest in this course. So she was approached by the married couple that ended up conceptualizing this new system that basically has all of the information under one roof, including mentorship and handholding and a community of like-minded individuals who want to succeed in the digital marketing space. Hold on a second. My dogs are playing grab ass again. All right, quit it. What are you doing? Okay, this is just one dog and she's going crazy with her bone. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. So Kayla, ended up branching out and going together with Brady and Michaela, the couple brainchildren behind Profit Builders. So they ended up coming up with a system. They use a platform called Strata, which is amazing. It's so easy to use. I mean, like simple as hell to use. And they put together access to the course where everything is under one roof. Everything is in their self-paced modules that you can do at your own time, in your own space, as quickly as you want to learn how to do it, or as slowly as you need to if you don't have a lot of time to dedicate to your business. It's all under one roof, and it's all for less than $300. It's $297 you can get access to the course for life. Okay, that's one difference between the previous program and mine, was that it's the previous program, the $2,500 deal over here, 1 year, and that's it. And then it expires. And then if you want to stay in the program, you have to reinvest $2,500 again to continue to have access to the modules that are ever changing. They're ever evolving. So it's not like it's stagnant. Of course, that program still it continues to evolve and grow and add and things like that. But in order to stay into it after a year, you have to reinvest. With Profit Builders, again, all of the stuff is under one roof. Self-paced modules, over 100 of them. Very easy to follow. You can speed them up or slow them down, however you want. But you get lifetime access to the modules, and you also get updates constantly. So whenever Brady and Michaela and the team of founders decide to put more stuff in there, they're not going to upcharge you. They're not going to be like, oh, by the way, we added all this cool AI stuff. We're going to add, an extra, access fee of whatever cost to get into it. That's not how they roll. They're literally adding value every day, helping people, giving them a leg up, giving them more information for free. They're serving their clients. They're giving back because they have found so much success in the digital space that they too want people to experience the same thing. So they are completely whatever Enneagram number it is, givers. And that's the way you have to be, obviously, in business. It's best to, once you know the knowledge, you share the knowledge. It's good to give back, to pay it forward to others who are struggling. And if you know something, if you know how to get to point B and you found success there and you found the quickest way to do it, that's legal and ethical and all that, then why not share it with others? Why not bring other people up? It's such a rewarding feeling to help somebody make their first $1,100 commission. It's so rewarding to see somebody say, oh my God, I was able to pay off all my credit card debts in 6 months. And I took my kids to Disney for a long weekend, and I spent $20,000 taking them to Florida to experience this. And I can't even thank you enough for giving me the access to this and showing me this and introducing me and exposing me to this world. So I love it. That's me. That's my jam. But anyway, Michaela and Brady and Kayla, and then there's several other founders, created Profit Builders Academy. So $300, I'm rounding up, to get into the course for life. And then $97 to run your systems through the Strata course, or the Strata platform, which is really super easy to use. And it's everything you need to run your business all in one under one roof, one system. Okay. It's your email campaign, your CRM, it's your funnels. Okay. And then you've also got access to all the courses are within Strata as well. But in order to actually have a business where you can run and collect information from clients and then market to them through email strategy is all $97 a month. It's amazing. I was paying $30 a month for Aweber, and that was up to 5,000 clients. Like once you get more than 5,000 names, then you have to go up to a higher version, which I think is $100 a month. Excuse me. I was paying for ClickFunnels, which is $100 a month. I was paying for, let's see what else. Well, ManyChat is a different conversation. So let's just say right now we're at $130 a month. Oh, StanStore. That's the other thing. StanStore. That's $30 a month to have a place where you can house your digital products that you have created from all of the knowledge that you've learned in the course. Then you too can create your own digital products and promote those as well. But you need to have a store that can take payment and then share the PDF with the client that pays for it. That's called Stand Store. That's one of probably many places that you can do that. I'm not really sure, but that's $30 a month. You can actually have a Stand Store lookalike in, excuse me, sorry, Strata. Strata has a Stand Store lookalike. It takes a few minutes to set everything up, but Brady and Michaela, I believe, they both have videos in the course that show you exactly, step by step by step, how to set it up, how to make your splash page look, pretty and branded to yourself, how to make your landing page and your funnel, your lead magnet, and all the things that you need in order to actually bring the customer in to hopefully have them end up buying whatever it is you're promoting from the Stand Store lookalike. They teach you how to do that in the course. So anyway, I was off on a tangent. The reason why I jumped from 7-figure over to Profit Builders was basically to give everybody an opportunity to be exposed to the skills they need in order to learn how to be a digital marketer for a lot less barrier to entry. The cost is so much cheaper. It's 1/10 of the price, almost a little bit higher than 1/10, but still 1/10 the price, and it's lifetime access to courses and modules and things that will teach you how to be a digital marketer in the space. And then once you have the basic skills in order to build your business, then the sky is the limit with income, guys. You can create your own digital ebooks on how to garden or be a vegetarian, chef, how to make sourdough bread, how to lose weight in 30 days in your belly area. There's a million different ways to come up with information that you really have and you're passionate about, but you need, obviously do a little research, but you can actually put together a little ebook. Everybody is clamoring for ways to learn online nowadays. This is like the craze that's not going away. And e-learning is the way to go. So people are always like gobbling up information from the internet. And if they can find the value in something that you have to talk about and share about in a form of an ebook, they'll buy it from you. And you can price it however you like. If you find that you worked really hard on it and it's worth the charge, then you can charge $40 or $50 for it or $100, whatever. So that's one area. You can also put together your own digital platform if you find a way that you want to go from an ebook to an actual course, such as Profit Builders, for example, and you can put together modules and access, like monthly access to it, or, however you want to, whatever. I'm just thinking of spitballing here, but say you wanted to have access to a workout program, but it's like a digital or an e-coaching platform. I'm going to have to cut this short in a few minutes, guys. Like you wanted to have access to an e-coaching platform, like I'm giving an example. Street Parking is a online coaching service that I use. It's more of an app, but still I pay a membership every month to have access to that app so that I get the workouts directly to my phone. I've got videos, tutorials on how to do each movement. I've got scalable options, different weights that they recommend depending on what kind of equipment you have access to. This is a recurring access course or program that Michaela and Brady teach you how to set up. They teach you the basics of how to set up all this in the background so that you can then have a course that you can charge people for monthly and that you can provide value to them through this course. This is yet another stream of income that you learn how to build through the basics of this course and what it teaches you. And so this is another stream of income. Another option is coaching, online coaching. So as you move through your experiences in the world of digital marketing, you learn and you grow and you become more educated. So then once you bring people up into your circle under you and you have enough of them, it starts to become a little daunting having all of these students and mentees below you. So that at one point or another, many of the successful affiliates will charge per hour for their coaching services because they're so far up here with their success and they've made such great money doing it that people come to them for advice and critiques on their Instagram and, help me with this, help me with that. At some point, you're going to have limited bandwidth. So charging for your coaching services might actually be the way to go. It sounds a little bit selfish, but in reality, our time is very limited. And if I, at some point, start making $100,000 a month, my bandwidth is going to be shortened, obviously. But people are going to look to me like, hell yeah, I want what Jill has. I want her to teach me, and I'm willing to pay her for her expertise and knowledge and experience. So yeah, coaching will become sort of second nature for many of you as you become more seasoned in this business and successful. So that's, again, another stream of income that you can learn how to do and to promote. And all of this is taught within the course, how to actually monetize it. Like, how do you put the skills in place? So that's another option. You can actually have faceless Instagram accounts where you can, once you get up a certain level of followers, then you can charge for people to promote on your page, called paid shout outs. So you can actually do that. That's another stream of income that they kind of teach you how to develop over time within the course. So, there's so many different ways to make money online, guys. It's not just about rebranding the course and selling it. Yes, of course, you can do that when you start out. That's what many students choose to do, is because they find such value in the course. They promote it to others as a way to then introduce them to digital marketing. And if they have the entrepreneurial mindset and they have the drive and ambition to actually see it through, which unfortunately, I love the fact that you guys are here and that you're looking and watching me right now, but many of you have the interest to start a business and you want the end goal, but you're not willing to put in the effort to do it. There's I can't even remember the percentage, but it's very small. There's actually a very small percent of people that actually execute on what goals that they have in their mind. They want the end result, but they're not willing to put in the work. So you have to actually be willing to put in the work. That's the one thing. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not a scheme at all. This is a business. This is a legit business model that takes time. It takes effort. It takes patience, perseverance. You need to show up for yourself every day. You need to put in the work. You need to put in the man hours and doing the research, reading and studying and learning from others that have already had success. So again, this isn't I'm just going to get rich overnight because I want it. This is I have to work at it, and this has to, be a commitment for me and my business. So with that being said, I want to remind you guys that every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Profit Builders has a free masterclass webinar. I will drop the link to the webinar in the comment section of this video here in a moment. But it's basically just masterclass.peakperformancedigitalventures.com. That's Peak, P-E-A-K, performancedigitalventures.com, masterclass in the beginning. And come on, check it out, guys. I mean, really, what do you have to lose? Just an hour of your time, if anything. But it's free information, talks about what is digital marketing, what is affiliate marketing, how do I monetize my social media? How do I stop the scroll and start making money online for supporting my family, getting to the point of financial freedom so that I could spend more time with my kiddos and seeing the world and doing all the things. So what is digital marketing? You learn that in the masterclass. You get introduced to one of the founders. They have different hosts every week from the founders group of people that actually came up with this business model in this course. So come on by Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, masterclass.peakperformancedigitalventures.com is the web address to register. It's a Zoom call. You get online, Brady or whomever will host it for about 50 minutes, and then at the end they'll do Q&A. You can ask questions via the chat, and then at the end they usually have some sort of giveaway. Last week it was normally once you sign up to be a Profit Builders Academy student, then you get 14 days to look at Strata to see if you want to use that system for your platform. He last week gave away an additional 14 days. So a total of 30 days worth, 28 days worth of free access to Strata services, systems, solutions, whatever you call it, so that you could try out the platform before you commit to it. But again, most people want to use Strata because it's so freaking easy. It's so simple. The platform is so good. It replaces 3 different types of platforms that you need in order to run a business in digital marketing. So no brainer. But anyway, I digress. Come visit us on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You have to register to attend. You can register at masterclass.peak, P-E-A-K, performancedigitalventures.com for your free access to come on Wednesday. And I hope to see you there, guys. I'm going to hit the road to go to yoga. So I hope that you guys have a great Sunday and get some
exercise in, hopefully get a little fresh air outside if your weather's not shitty like it is here in Asheville. You get a chance to enjoy your Sunday with your family and your kids and go do something exciting and fun and get out and, don't be cooped up in the house, hopefully. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate the support, guys. I am going to show up here every day, so I will share my journey with you. If you have questions for me, please don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. Don't forget to give me a like and a follow. That would be so lovely and fantastic and amazing for you guys to please follow me and my journey, not only here, but in my reels and my stories every day. I'm sharing everything about my life. Is an open book. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow around 6:20 or so a.m. So thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.